So only one point from this chapter is remaining as recursion. Okay, if you have gone through the function in the morning, we have gone through the revision of call by value as well as the call by reference type of function, that means by use of pointer. Now we have one more concept which is called as recursion. So can anybody tell me what do you understand by the word recursion? Yes, can you tell me what do you understand by the word recursion? Recursion is like a function is calling itself again and again. We call this method as recursion. Okay, this concept also we have seen in the loop control statements. Okay, but there is a different name. We called it as a nested. Have you remembered this? नेस्टेड लक्षात आलंय का सगळ्यांना तुम्हाला? नेस्टेड फॉर लूप, नेस्टेड इफ लूप, नेस्टेड इफ एल्स लूप. Yes, hello, hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, have you remember the nested if loop, nested for loop? आठवतंय का तुम्हाला
Yes,
nested?
sir.
हाँ, so what is the nested? Nested, it means if I'm using for loop within for loop, so we called it as a nested for loop. If I use if else loop within if or else statement, then we called it as a nested if else. बरोबर का? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now next here what we are looking, here we are looking for recursion. That means a function is calling the function again and again. Okay, so this concept we called it as a recursion. Okay, the process in which function call itself directly or indirectly is called as a recursion, and the corresponding function is called as recursive function. येते लक्षात? याच फंक्शन्सला काय म्हणतात? जर फंक्शन रिपीटेडली जर फंक्शनला दुसऱ्या फंक्शनला कॉल करत असेल तर त्या टाईपच्या फंक्शनला काय म्हणतात? रिकर्शन. ओके, रिकर्सिव्ह फंक्शन. ओके, I will take one example here for your understanding. Okay, if you have a program like void main, okay, this is what one of the function. This main is what one of the function, correct? बरोबर का? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Right. So and what you are doing here in the main function, let's say you have printed one message here, hello. Okay, and the semicolon, okay, small p, and after that if you call the main function again, that means if you call main function again, that means what? After this print again it goes to the name of function. It found the definition here. It goes inside this inside this function. It will print once again hello. It will execute. It will go for the next line. Again it founds the main function. It will go to the definition of main function. Again it goes. Likewise, the program will never end, because I have not given any termination condition or any stopping condition. Okay, so the output of this example is only hello, but hello will print n number of times. This print hi message, this hi is not going to be executed because here the calling of this function will not end. इथे मेन जे फंक्शन मी कॉल केले हे फंक्शन इट इज नेवर एंडिंग. ओके, बिकॉज हियर आयदर हियर और हियर आय हॅव नॉट गिवन एनी टर्मिनेशन कंडिशन, म्हणजेच की प्रोग्रामने कुठे थांबायला पाहिजे ही कंडिशन दिलेली नाही. आणि जोपर्यंत this function will not execute completely, it will not go to the next line. Okay, so this is what, now here the function calling itself, we called it as a recursion. So just check, I will go to the programming window. Okay, here now is screen visible to all? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, instead of hello world, I will write it here hello recursion or recursive function. Okay, recursive function, and below that I will call the function with name. Okay, as I don't pass any arguments for this main function, so here I will not pass any argument. And okay, I will have one more here, the print statement as not executing. Anything I will, if I write after this main, it is not going to be executing. So I simply write this message. Okay, now check, when I run the program, you will find this recursive function multiple times. That means this loop is not going to be end. Okay, it is not going to be end at any part. But have you understood the concept of recursion? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, now I have example with recursion. Like I want to find a factorial. I want to find out a factorial of given number. So first tell me what is factorial of a given number. Let's say if I wish to calculate a factorial of this 7 or let's say 5. So what is the factorial of 5? Can you tell me? Hello? How you are going to calculate the factorial of 5? एका नंबरचा फॅक्टोरियल कसं कॅल्क्युलेट करतात सांगा?
5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1.
करेक्ट. 5. ओके, आय वॉन्ट टू फाइंड आउट 5 फॅक्टोरियल. म्हणजेच काय, तुम्ही उद्गारवाचक चिन्ह देतात बरोबर, फॅक्टोरियल. ओके, और आय विल राईट इट हिअर. फाइव फॅक्टोरियल, सॉरी 5 फॅक्टोरियल बरोबर. इथे तुम्हाला काय करायचं आहे, 5 फॅक्टोरियल इज इक्वल टू व्हॉट. ओके, तुम्हाला कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं आहे. सो व्हॉट यू आर गोइंग टू कॅल्क्युलेट, 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 बरोबर. आणि त्याच्यानंतर 1च, बिकॉज 1 factorial is equal to 1. Jar, if you have gone through the mathematics, okay, so the factorial of 1 is always 1. Now if I want to find out the factorial of any number, there is a formula, n into, yes, n minus 1 factorial. फॅक्टोरियल कॅल्क्युलेट करण्यासाठी काय फॉर्म्युला आहे, n into n minus 1. Hello, is screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now put the values of n. What is n here? 5. Okay, 5 into 5 minus 1, 5 minus 1 factorial. Now what is 5 minus 1? Yes, 4 बरोबर. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
I will type it here for your reference. Is equal to 5 into 4 factorial. Now what is the value of n? For if I move to next line, what is the value of n? That is 4. So here I will be having 5 into 4. This is what value of n. Okay. Now into what is my currently n? 4 minus 1 factorial. So what is 4 minus 1? That is again equal to 3. So I will write it again. 5 into 4 into 3 factorial. Now what is my n? Hello?
3.
Correct. Yes. So I will go here and I will write the formula is like 3. Okay. N is 3. Now n minus 1, n into n minus 1. That means here 3 minus 1, 2. Okay. I will write 3 minus 1 factorial. It goes to, yes, 5, 4, 3, 2. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, 2 factorial. At same way, 2 minus 1. So it will be, okay, I will write here output is equal to 3 into 2 into 1 factorial. Next line, the 1 factorial, we know it is 1. Okay, so it will calculate the factorial of this. Okay, now if you do the multiplication 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I will do it here. Five into, sorry. See, there is a function here directly. So I have given the value 5 into 5 factorial. Here there is a function n factorial. Okay, I write 5. And if I press n factorial, that means it will give me the factorial of 5, which is 120. If you still want to go for the calculation, 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, so you will be having the value 120. Okay, so it will give you the result as 120. So what is the factorial of 5 is 120. Okay, now I want to do this with function by using the function. I want to implement this program by using function. Now tell me how I can do this program. Yes, how to do this program? Program समजलाय का तुम्हाला? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is my problem statement? I want to calculate factorial of a given number. So in this case, I have considered here the given number is 5. And we know the formula n into n minus 1 to calculate the factorial of any number. Okay, now I wish to calculate the factorial of a number. So how to calculate factorial of number? What program should I write to calculate a factorial of number? See, for this I will create one function. Let's say I will create a function of name fact, and here I'm going to pass the number. Okay, for which I need to calculate the factorial. ज्या नंबरचं मला factorial calculate करायचं त्याचं मी काय करेल एक function call करेल. Okay, I will remove this now. Okay, now to call this function, I need to use here again some variable integer number. Let's say number as my variable. Number is equal to 5. Okay, I will do first static program with this value, and then I will take the value from the user, because the problem statement is calculate the factorial of given number. दिलेल्या नंबरचा इथे तुम्ही नंबर द्यायचा नाहीये. Okay, but for simplicity For basic understanding, I will write here the value of this as number, and here I'm going to pass this to the function fact and number. Okay, here I'm passing the value to this function. Now I need to write a definition for this function. या function साठी काय करायला लागेल मला definition create करायला लागेल. Okay, so okay, as I had declared int, so I will use here integer factorial and the variable n. Okay, now here okay, so factorial. Okay, if you check the program here, we know this is what the basic condition for factorial. If I have the 1 as a number, so the factorial of 1 is always 1. Okay, so I will write this first. If n is equal to exactly equal to 1, then return 1. Okay, then it will return 1. This is my first case. If I'm having other than any value, then it will go to else. So what is there in the else? Here I will use n into factorial of yes n minus 1. What I am doing here, I'm using the value n, okay, whatever the value which is going to be passed from this number function and the argument, it will pass this function to the argument n. So now my program will not enter into the if loop because I have declared here the value of number is equal to 5 and it will be passed to n variable. So this will not be executed, it will go to this 5 into fact of 5 minus 1, that means factorial of 4. Okay, but I need to store the value into some or the other variable here. Okay, as I have declared f here, I need to initialize it because f is not used in this function. Okay, and here what I will do, I will return yes, return f, return the value of f, return f. So when it executes, it will return the output, the calculation to this number, and it will be get displayed. Sorry, I need to display it by using print message, printf factorial of given number is equal to %d, and it is there in the function yes, fact of number. Now okay, so factorial of given number is equal to 120. येते का लक्षात? Hello,
Yes, sir.
okay, now how it executes, हे execution कसं होतं प्रोग्रामचं? If you go to here again, for this reason I have explained you through this this slide. Okay, check. Now here I have given the value n number is equal to 5. So when this function calls factorial of 5, okay, it will go to the definition of this function. Now it will check the value of n which is not equal to 1, so it will go to the else. Now here I am having 5 into fact of n minus 1. That means I am at this moment 5 minus 1, that means काय इथे 5 into 4 factorial. Okay, as here again it calls the function, इथे काय होते परत function call होते. What is n minus 1? 4 factorial. मला काय करायचं परत 4 चा factorial call करायचा. So again from here it will go to this definition. N is now 4. Okay, the value of n is 4. It will check n is equal to 1, no, again it will go to else. It will go, now n is 4, factorial of n minus 1 3. Now again it goes 3 factorial to calculate factorial of 3. Again it goes to this loop, this definition of the factorial function. Again it checks the value, again it will go. Likewise it will go till it reaches to this condition, return 1. And once it gets to return 1, so the remaining the calculation, like the result of this stored here in the f variable, 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 is going to be calculated, and it is stored here in the f variable, and that f variable returns this value to the main function, because in main function we have called the function, we have called the factorial function, so it will return this value to this function. Now f is equal to what? Factorial in bracket number, this function. So it will print the result which is written in the f variable, okay, which is 120. समझ का? Hello, have you understood? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so are you going to implement it? Implement करता है? See, now what I need to do, I need to take the value from the user. So I just declare here the number variable, and here I will print one message, printf. Yes, in the printf I will give one message, enter the number to calculate its, yes, to calculate its factorial. Okay, so this is what my message, and here, yes, and here what I will do, I will use the scanf function, scanf, and here I am going to take the value into number variable no, okay, and no, here the value will assign to this no variable, and it will be stored at this ampersand no. That means at the address of no variable the value is going to be stored. Okay, when you run the program, it will ask you for the number, let's say 7, hit enter. Okay, so factorial of given number is 5040. Okay, if we check it here. Okay, so do it now. Yes. Now, if you go through the question first, loops in C languages are implemented using, yes, all those different kind, like while, for loop, do while loop, are all are the types of looping statement. Second, what is the output of following C program? So what is the C program? Integer main. Okay, this is main function. A is equal to 5, while A is equal to 123. Now, if you check here, so what will be the output of this? Whether it will go inside the loop, or whether it will go outside. See, here equal to, that means again assignment. 123 is going to assign to value variable A. So again, if I am having only a single value here, except 0, जर 0 सोडून इथं कुठलेही जर declaration initialization असेल, so it is counted for 1, and 1 is true value. So when it goes to true, it will execute the body of this while loop, and then it will go outside this while. Now check here, it will print rabbit, then it is /n, that means it will move to next line and it will print green. But with this Google form, I cannot write green to the next line, so I have written rabbit space green. Okay, so this is the correct answer for this question number 2. Now if you go through this, choose a correct C do while syntax. So what is the syntax of do while? do, then the body of statement, and then while in bracket condition and the semicolon. So this is what the syntax of do while. Then check out of this option. Okay, the last option is correct. So answer is the D. If you go through this next problem, what is the output of C program? Yes, what is the output of C program? Yes, who will tell me? The output will be rabbit, then next line green, as it is not mentioned here in any of the option. So my option will be none of the above. Next, what will be the output of the following code? What is the code? Void main integer I is equal to 2, do printf high, and while I is less than 2. Now, before checking the condition, see there are two main clauses here in the do while. ही condition चूक असो or true असो. That means whether this condition is true or false, irrespective of that, the statement or the code written here in the body of do while statement is going to be executed. But provided syntax of the do while must be the correct one. Now if you check the syntax of do while, here semicolon is missing, so it will raise an compile time error. Okay, so do remember this, it will not print high because the syntax of do while is incorrect. If it would be the syntax is correct, that means do in bracket printf while I is less than 2, irrespective of this condition. If I have made it here as a semicolon, जर इथे मी semicolon दिलेला असता, then at least one time high may get printed. But as the syntax is wrong, so it will raise an compile time error. Now, next is choose correct statement about functions in C. So function is a group of C statement. Yes. Reused any number of times. Yes, this is correct. Every function has a return type. It may be void or integer or any other type. Every function may or may not return a value true. If I am having a function of void type, so it will not return a value. But if I have a function other than void data type, it will return a value. So all the options are correct. Answer is all of these.
सर पण बीला रिटर्न टाइप आहे ऑल फंक्शन खाली परत सी मध्ये आणि बी मध्ये
इथे every function has a return type. See, आता when we are declaring the function, okay, here when we are going to declare a function, this data type also we sometimes we call it as a return type, because if I am having a void, so it will not return any value. But if I have this as a return type as a type other than void, जर void सोडून जर हा दुसरा कुठलाही टाइप असेल, त्याला डेटा टाइप स्लॅश रिटर्न टाइप जर असेल, तर it have to return the value. Okay, if I declare this return type as of void, void चा by default data type काय असतो, तुम्ही जर print message कराल, see void also has a return type, but the return statement is not required in the void data type. Void ला पण data type return type असतो, पण the printf message will act there as a what you can say, the return, the work, it will work as a return. That means to display or to put something to the output screen. But if I write here instead of any value other than this void data type, so there I need to mention explicitly म्हणजे मला स्वतःहून इथे return mention करायला लागेल. Then and then only these values are going to be passed to the corresponding calling function. Okay, so that is what the concern is given here. Every function has a return type and every function may or may not have a return value. इथे लक्षात द्या, तुम्ही इथे टाइप विचारलेला आहे आणि इथे व्हॅल्यू विचारलेली. ओके, मे ऑर मे नॉट म्हणजेच काय, जर तुम्ही व्हाईट डेटा टाईप यूज केलेला असेल तर तिथं रिटर्न स्टेटमेंट येणार नाही, म्हणजेच तिथं रिटर्न व्हॅल्यू येणार नाही. आणि इथं जर तुम्ही जर अदर दॅन व्हाईट डेटा टाईप जर यूज केला असेल देन इट विल हॅव अ रिटर्न व्हॅल्यू. ओके, so for this concern I am having the correct option as all of these. Now next, choose a correct statement about C function. Yes, again this is what here the name of function, this question is related with name of the function. When we are going to give a name, that means it is called it as an identifier. Now there are certain rules for identifiers. The very basic rule, identifier name will not start with the number. Identifiers, the names will start with small letters, capital letters, and the underscore. Okay, now check the options. A user defined function cannot be same. Yes, this is very true. I cannot declare, see, I cannot create a function which is of having the name printf, because printf is already as a reserved keyword. So I cannot create here the name, the function with printf again. Okay, this is what the first option. Second, a user defined function name can start with underscore or capital letter or small letters. Yes, this is true again. Default return type of any function is an integer value. जर तुम्ही okay, if I go to here, if I refresh it, see this is default. Okay, default म्हणजेच काय की it is there. Okay, so default return type of any function is of type integer. Okay, so again all the options are correct and here answer is all of these. Now here, what is the output of C program with functions? Okay, now void show, yes, it is declared int main show is called. So what is show? Africa, and then it will go for printing Argentina. Okay, so what will be the output? Africa and Argentina. Okay, this is the output of the program. Next, what is the output of C program with function? Again show bank return. Okay, show currency. So it will first execute currency and then it will go for bank, currency bank. This is the first option. Second, what is the limit for number of function in a C program? See, in general, you can declare any number of functions in the program. तुम्ही program मध्ये कितीही number, कितीही functions तयार करू शकतात. I think in morning we have gone with 2 functions, right? 2 function declare केले होते आपण आणि 2 functions परत call केले होते. So in program, you can define any number of functions. This is just to check whether you understood this or not. 16, 31, 32, this is the like any numbers, but correct option is none of these. So you can declare, you can have any number of, multiple number of functions in a program as per your requirement. Here, every C program should contain which function? Printf, show, scanf, or main. The basic, before starting with the function chapter or at the very beginning of C programming, we have seen we required minimum 1 function in the program to execute the program. So that is main function. So main function should be there in a C program to execute the to execution, for the execution. What is the minimum number of function present in the C program? Minimum kiti functions लागतात? Again 1, which is that main function. Okay. And the last question is, choose a correct statements about, yes, C language function arguments. Number of arguments should be same when sending or receiving. Sending, that means calling the function. Yes, that is true. We have seen if I pass less number of arguments at the time of calling, so it raise an error, too few arguments, right? type of each argument should match exactly, correct? If I'm passing here integer type of variable value, and if I call here character, so again it will raise me error, like if I have the different values for the argument. The order of each argument should be the same. Yes, in the morning example for swapping of the numbers, if I use this swap a comma b, then when I'm calling the variable a, I should have called it as at the first place, and then at the second the value of variable b. Okay, so the order of this argument is also again important when we are calling the function. So the correct answer is D. Okay. So with this, if you go to the response, so total 54 students got 18 marks, 13 students got 19 marks, 37 student got 20 out of 20 marks. So if you sum up all those 18, 19, 20, that means 13, 50, 54. 104 out of 129, 129 out of 129, 104, that means 104 student got the marks more than 90%. Good. So at least it clears to you. Barabar?